I'm joined now by two legends of the parish. There's no doubts about it that they're very special men around here, and the cheer they were given as they walked into the pub was unbelievable. I'm joined by the mouse and the fly. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah, that's correct, yeah.
Are you the mouse or are you the fly?
I'm the fly.
The fly.
Because I'm the smallest of the two.
I tell you, I've done the show for 2 years, but that is the best nickname I've ever heard. And the mouse?
The mouse, yeah. Michael Brennan is the name, but the mouse I go by. And if someone calls me Michael, or Mihal is actually my proper name, I'd kind of look around. I'd be amazed, you know. But
so the mouse, where did it come from?
I think I can kind of blame my mother for it, because I think she used to call me when I was a youngster Mickey Mouse, just as a bit of a skit, and it kind of got out and it stuck. But that's the way it was. I think most of us, our age group,
just having the crack, yeah.
Nicknames, and that's the way it happened, you know.
And would you be as quiet as a mouse, Mihal, now?
Yeah, totally.
And Fly, what's your real name?
Pat.
And how are you doing? How are you doing, Pat?
Not too bad in yourself.
Great. It's great to be here. I'm really enjoying it. What do you do? What do you two men do in the parish then, Pat? What do you do?
Anything we're sort of asked to do, and sometimes we refuse, but sure, most of the time we say yes. You know, but sure, I suppose in the GAA usually like it'd be the big part of it. Like, you know, we're on the committee that always Mick is secretary. I'm right in saying that?
Secretary, yeah.
Oh, you're secretary, Mike?
Yeah, it's first year secretary. I've been involved in the club for, I suppose, playing football since the time I was 6 or 7 years of age. And
almost a sense that you're a small parish and you got to look after yourselves. Would that be a fair comment?
Oh, without. Like there's people involved now, say in the GA, like, you know what I mean, that maybe 8 or 10 years ago wouldn't be involved, like, you know what I mean, because like when you look at it, 8 or 10 years ago, probably GA, if you didn't kick football, well, you stayed away from the pitch.
Yeah.
But now it doesn't really matter, which is great. Like, you can go to the GA pitch, get involved. I kicked ball myself for years, but I wouldn't count myself as a footballer. And a lot of people around the parish would probably do it. But the GA pitch maybe is the next best thing.
Maybe GA is the new religion.
Well, maybe. I didn't say that, you did. You know,
I hope the parish priest isn't listening.
I don't want the parish priest knocking on my door next Tuesday morning. Do you know what I mean?
I want to say out there, the fly is innocent. The fly is innocent.
Yeah, you know.
I think Pat is a bit modest about saying he was no good of a footballer, because you're sitting with the two guys that have Senior Player of the Year in the club. So I think he's a little bit modest, and he was always that way, even on the field, you know. But, you're probably with two greats, so, you know.
Two absolute walking legends. You can actually take it from that, like, that Mouse wouldn't be one bit modest, like, you know what I mean? There's no problem there, like, he loves blowing his trumpet, like.
Community is real strong here, and to come together in bad moments as in good moments. We like to celebrate when there's good moments, but when there's bad moments, there's no better community than Killeshin as a parish. And I'd say to the last years, people can tell you that, you know, even people that maybe originally come in the last 5-10 years, how to gather around and rally around people in bad times as well as good, you know. Yeah. People, they're very good-natured, and sometimes it brings a great, you know, it brings a great pride to you in your where you belong, and that, you know.
Fantastic sentiments. And if you had one of the funniest stories ever to tell me from Killeshin GAA, what would it be? A fly?
Well, I suppose one of the funniest maybe was, we mentioned him earlier on, Brennan, like, and there was two brothers played with him, like, you know. There was Mick, which lives up the road, and the Crusher, which was Tom, and you can fill in the middle lines about the Crusher, like, you know what I mean, because he was a clean footballer, that's why he had the name the Crusher, like, you know. But played in Kelvin against Joseph's one day, and Tom was sort of past his sell-by date at the time, like. He was playing football still with his junior B. I remember I caught a ball, one of the few one today, but I caught a ball and job was also next minute, fouled your man got the free, it was a bit of a small and whatever, and I got up, your man got up, job was also next minute, there was a space between the two of us. The Crusher walked between the two of us, and he bang, lifted the head off your man's shoulder, left him. When he passed by, when Tom passed, your man was dead. And I was there, what the fuck happened to your man, like? And next minute, looked and he was on the ground. Of course, playing in Kelvin, like, Tom had a brother farming over there around Belline, and they all knew him, and they were all waiting. They knew it was going to happen. And next minute, it was a riot. He'd stand and fight. Usually they say a good retreat is better than a bad stand. But But Tom done both. He retreated and he stood. So as corner as they came to him, he dropped them, but he still retreated to gather his thoughts or set himself for the next lad. And he finally ended up at the ditch about, I don't know, 300 yards away, and he's back to the ditch and he didn't know what to do because he couldn't retreat anymore and he had to stand. A legend. But we got around him and we sorted it and the game was finished and everything was grand.
Mouse?
The man that pat us Tombo, we probably could write a book on the guy, because if I started telling you stories about him, we'd be here all night. But years ago, and it probably shows you the nature of people in Killeshin and what they done. I remember being on the committee as a youngster, you know, and Lord of Mercy and Martin O'Rourke used to wash, Janie used to wash the jerseys, and Martin was committee member. But we're above one night and something came up anyway that the jerseys hadn't been, whether they weren't dry or they weren't washed properly, or there was someone passed some remark, not too offensive. Martin took out in a huff out of his committee room and just down to the car. The suitcase was in the back of the car, up and landed them at the front table. You can do what you like, right, with the jerseys, and big row. Following night, up into the pitch, Martin was there, all forgotten about. Great forgiveness about people, and just carry on. We all have our rows here, and we're no different than any other parish. We fall out, but it's great when people can just, on the spur of the moment, right, we all say things, maybe reflect on it, go back. And I think Martin was a typical example of that. And it's no different now. People have little, you know, disagreements. Yeah. But I think the great thing about it is we all walk away the following day, everything is hunky-dory. I think that's a reflection of the new generation as well. We're all not happy the whole time, but we see the end goal or the better cause, and that's what we're all trying to achieve.
Well, I think that's a wonderful sentiment to leave our interview on. So, as I said before, probably the two greatest nicknames I've ever heard on radio, the Mouse and the Fly. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.